Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story here on the Rusty Gears server. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So today I've got some really exciting news. I have found where I actually want to build my big mega base. The big build we're going to be building up for the rest of the season and working on for the rest of the season. It's in a beautiful area, and I have to thank Hippie for it actually. She showed this area in one of her videos. I will link to it down in the description below so you can see kind of her first impressions of the area. And it's just on the other side of the lake over here actually. If we come over to the Papa Cheddar's industrial area here, just on the other side there is a furniture trader just here. And this area all the way down here is absolutely beautiful, especially with the backdrop of this huge great big mountain here. It is breathtakingly stunning, and so I want to claim basically this entire area. So we're going to head over there in a minute, but there is a bit of maintenance and a bit of upkeep to do first, because we made this thing, didn't we? We made our airship. Now, when we made this, I said that I wanted this to be like a blue sails and molybdenous type frame and stuff, but it hasn't actually quite turned out like that. And that is largely because we have updated this mod since then, and the way you actually deal with stuff like that has changed a little bit. So I'm going to bring this out to the front over here, just so that it's a bit easier to see. And as you can see, this thing has actually got a little bit faster as well, between updates. And also, what I was talking about with Papa Cheddar, this screen now has an actual proper GUI on it, so we can see it when we are just in first person mode here. If we press R, we've got the lock on it at the moment, we can turn the lock off. Now you can see this has changed to green padlock, unlocked padlock. And then if we turn the lock on, you can see a red locked padlock. So that's a really cool thing that he's done. We're going to keep it locked, we're going to turn it off, and we're going to climb out of the thing. There we go. And now we're going to make 4 different items here. So we have 8 frame parts, so 2 in either side. 1 logic circuit in the centre, and then place a resin here and we get a panel detailing kit. Here we get a metal detailing kit. Here we get a cloth detailing kit, and here we get a frame detailing kit. Now these all work pretty much in the same way, but they work for different parts of it. The frame will work on this kind of the main part of the frame here. As you can see where my mouse is now, you can see it all the way around there. And then these bits at the bottom as well on the sleds. And I think that's pretty much it, this whole area around here. The cloth detailing kit will work on the seats and on the actual sails itself, on the big balloon itself. The metal will work on these bits here, and maybe a few other areas as well. I'm getting a little bit of frame rate here, bit of lowered frame rate, not too sure why. And then what else have we got? We've got the panel kit as well, which I believe is the actual the wood effects here. So we're going to go through these in order. So if we shift and, was it shift and right click or just? No, it's just right click on the airship itself, and we get this beautiful GUI come up here. Now what you can see on the left hand side here, we have a lot of different categories of all of these different textures that we can put onto it. So this is much better than just adding the, say like the blue cloth all the way around to be able to make blue sails, the red cloth all the way around to make red sails. This is the frame detailing kit, and we can have any of these different textures. So these are ones kind of specifically made for the frame, However, we can actually make it look a bit more special as well. So I think we are going to go and have... I really quite like this black bronze here. That looks like a really quite cool texture. Now, one thing is when you actually... Now that we've put this on, we've got this metal black bronze here. If you shift and right click on this, it will change the texture. And then if you want to change it again, we'll have to make another one of these. So I don't really know what this is going to look like, but I'm happy to try it. And there we go. And that adds that black bronze texture onto the actual frame like that. So now we're going to go for the cloth. Now what kind of cloth do we want? Well, maybe we should leave that for now and we'll go for the metal. Yes. So we right click on here and we'll go for, let's have a look at the gems actually. Some of the gems might be really quite nice. We could go for an emerald effect or malachite effect. That looks quite cool. A diamond effect. Ooh, yeah, let's go for a diamond. Let's make it look really nice and fancy. So click on this one here. We can see it says gem, diamond. And now, just with this one, remember that we can, if we want to, even though this is a metal detailing kit, we can make all of the metals look like birch if we wanted to. We could make all of the metal look like a diamond, like we're going to. We could make all of the metal look like stone. This is just the category of the different textures that we're adding. So we'll go for diamond, shift and right click, and there we go. And there we have diamond bits on the different metal parts. You can see up there. This is part, maybe this is part of a frame, I think. Not too sure. Now the wood. So we have like a very light blue, and we have a very dark grey type. It's almost purpley as well. So we'll click on here. Now, what type of panel would look good? Now, I'm thinking something maybe in this kind of range. We could go for something like a proper base frame, which would make this look very kind of dark and textured, or untextured, I should say. We could make it black bronze so that it actually matches the rest of this. Or I was actually talking about making it lead, wasn't I? So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to go for lead so that we can actually get a proper Led Zeppelin. And there we go. That's not too bad. Yeah. And we've even got a license plate now saying Owen. Nice. And then finally, we have the cloth detailing kit. So we can make this one lead as well, maybe. Or, I mean, there is different cloths here. We can make it any of these colours. Well, what would look best? I actually think I quite like the idea of having this in diamond as well to match the rest of the frame here. I don't want too many colours on this, so we'll go for that. And makes it actually a little bit translucent. That's quite cool. Now we can change all of this. I mean, it's not the best we could go for, but it does look quite cool. And now we can come into this. We can turn it back on. And we can head on over to the area that I want to show you. So I just made a big mistake. I accidentally climbed out of a thing. I've got no kind of blocks on me, I think, unless I want to kind of pillar up on chests. So we're going to have to come and grab some sand quite quickly. So I think if we... Oh, come on. I'm kind of panicking now because that's still full of fuel. And the only way that's going to come down is if it runs out of fuel or if I go up and get it. So what I'm going to do is just grab some sand and then we can pillar up, and I think just cutting this down should be able to do it. Is that more than 37 blocks up? Let's have a look. Grab some more. Right, that should be able to do it now. Yeah, got just under a stack, that'll be okay. Now, it was in the water, but I think here should be able to do it. Oh! What on earth was that? It kind of teleported to us. That's pretty cool. Ooh, wow. There's a lot of hyenas there. I'm going to leave them alone, and we're going to fly onwards. I have no idea what just happened. I'm pretty happy about it. So just behind us there is the luxuries trader that we were looking at last episode. And then we have this line of redwood trees. And if we come through these redwood trees here, we will be able to see this giant mountain appearing in front of us is the building, well, is the mountain that we will be building in front of. And I wanted to take you in from this angle, and we should be able to see somewhere soon down below a trader, which is where Hippie came from in her episode. I believe it is just over here somewhere. We'll just look at this. And then, if I just work out where that is, yeah, it's all the way over there. So this is kind of a side view of the mountain. But I want to take you through to the other side so I can show you the proper view from the traders as we saw it in Hippie's video. So we can see the trader here just in front of us. We're going to land down by there. But even just from here you can see this beautiful landscape with the mountain over here and all these redwoods kind of framing it in between. Just it shows you just how big the redwoods are when you see them like this. And my idea is this entire area over here. Pretty much everything we can see here will be the space where we build our mega base. Now, I've had a few thoughts about what to actually build. You know, it's okay saying we're going to build a mega base here, but what is a mega base? And how do we build one? What are we actually going to be making from episode to episode? So we'll just park up here and come to here, turn off. We are on 29% durability. I've made a few large service kits. So once this deck gets down to like 15%, then we can start using these large kits and we should be fine. We'll climb out of it, and there we go. And this is a furniture trader, right, I think? Yeah, furniture trader. Anything useful? I can sell you some glass. That'll be quite useful. So what do I understand a mega base to be, and how are we going to build one? Well, a mega base for me is just about scale. That's all it is. So a mega base is something which we work on throughout the rest of the season, which is something which is a project without an end, essentially. So we will be kind of, say, taking this lake away, we'll get up all of this muddy gravel, we'll get rid of this lake entirely, and we'll landscape this entire place, so we'll have a completely custom landscape around here. And everything, at least up until that trader there, you can see in the valley here. We've got this whole area here where I'm thinking about building. Leaving the mountain more or less, so if I face the mountain there, you'll be able to see this is the face of this mountain here. But if we've got all of this area, we can make completely custom terrain here. We're close enough to spawn to be able to use the trade links and everything around here. But if you look at the area here, it looks quite a daunting task to be able to do. If I put like a circle on the screen here, just around this area here, and then I move over to spawn, you can see the area in which it is. It's not, you know, it's not that much bigger than you know, a decent area of the spawn town as it is now. So it kind of gives you the idea of the scale of the buildings we'll be able to make them look like they will actually fit into the landscape around here. So they don't look too out of place, too big, too kind of bold. I want to build a couple of those, which are like big mansion type buildings. But the biggest thing I want to do around here is I want to make something akin to a nature park or a nature reserve, where we can have lots and lots of different buildings, different styles, and a lot of custom terrain around the area, keeping it very wild, keeping it very lots of different trees and lots of different enclosed areas and stuff. But we can really make this a very different area than it is now, and I think it's going to look beautiful by the end of it. I actually want to take you over now into the Aura Fury world, where I've been building for the past year or so. I haven't been there in quite a while, so I might have to set it up a little bit and make sure I'm full of food and stuff and ready to bring you in. But I want to take you there so I can show you what we've been building there, because it's kind of similar-ish to what I'm thinking about if we're here. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So, hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story from the Aura Fury server. It's been a long time since I've said that. Let me know down in the comments, do you want me to make more episodes of Aura Fury in the future? I would quite like to come back here and start playing again. I haven't really done much here for quite a while I've been making my mods, so I haven't really managed to catch up with much on the server. I know we've got a fair few new mods on Aura Fury as well now. If you don't really know what Aura Fury is, it is an open whitelisted server, but it is open to the public. You can join up on the Aura Fury website, which I will link down below. And myself and quite a few of the other Rustifarians are also on here and have bases littered around the map everywhere. This is one of the longest running Vintage Story open servers, which is still running. I think this has been running since 1.13, maybe a bit sooner, but I think it's 1.13. The update where the seasons first came in. So that's even before Steel. So I want to basically take you around my little village here that I've made. And I want to show you, it's this area here. And as you can see, it is a decent area. I think I'll bring that circle back up now so you can see exactly how big this is compared to the size of the village or nature reserve that we're thinking about making within Rusty Gear server. And the one thing I want to show you here really is the little nooks and crannies everywhere. The little bits which you don't see if you're just running through it. So if we come out to, say, the village edge over here, all the way through this side, all the way up here, and through, all the way around this big massive building here, and up, and here we go, here's the tree line. So if you come in, and there's some other bases down this way, down somebody else's building all the way down there. So this is what you're faced with, and it's basically just a big tree line. Now I've put the trees in very close together here, and I think we won't do that again. It makes it a little bit too enclosed. It's perfect for what I wanted to do here, for the feel of everything I wanted to do here. But for the Rusty Gear server, I want it to be a little bit more open, so people can walk around it a little bit more easily. We've got these kind of light lantern type things dotted around the place as well, and this is something I found on a Minecraft server, open Minecraft server. I think it was called Swancraft, and they have these beautiful things dotted around the map as markers and lighting along the roads. So I think if we head back down in through this way, you see I'll take you into this big huge building in a minute. But I want you to see around the edges we've got all of this custom terrain, like these bounds around the edge with all of the custom flowers and stuff put in. And if we come just off the beaten path here, you'll see some bushes and stuff kind of hidden into the landscape as well. That's what I want to bring in. And you can see, so I've got some crotons up here, and in summer that means that you can see this kind of bright red thing in the distance, just through the leaves. So you can actually see all of this stuff through the leaves, and it makes you walk off the paths and actually see what's there. So we've got a pumpkin here, for instance, and there's some walls here. What do these hide? And suddenly you're thinking, well, where's the path? Okay, so it's back over here somewhere. Okay, there it is. And you're in somewhere completely different, but you don't really know where it is. It's very easy to get lost, and I like that. I like that real immersion. I've got things like this up here. It was just a set of ruins, which has been... I pulled these ruins down and then built them back up in this style, so that it was a bit more organised to my liking, at least, so that I could control what was here. But we've got some candles here and some like bones on the ground. I did have some actual animal skeletons here as well, but I think they've gone. And buckets and stuff and crates. This might be a little altar that you could think of here. Bony soil in the ground. And then you come through, say this way, under here. And you can see more, not hidden lighting, but from the path, that's pretty much hidden lighting. Brings a bit of intrigue into what you can see around. The buildings here are something which I'm not going to be copying again. These are Iron Age roundhouses. And that worked really well for the style that I wanted to build here. But we're going to go for something a little bit different. I'm not fully sure what yet, to be honest. But something a little bit more modern. And a little bit more kind of in keeping with a nature reserve or nature park. So we've also got some chiselled furniture here, you can see. We've got a park bench here. And there's another park bench over here, which I believe was chiselled by Aladark. I think it was. Let me know down in the comments, Aladark, if it is you that did this. I think it is. And then over here, we've got some really quite cool stuff. We've got a well, which was chiselled by Domkrats, just here. And I think I'm actually going to take this all the way down to bedrock eventually. And then, so yeah, if you fall down there, you're dead. And you can actually fall in as well at the moment. So I might have to block it off somehow, so that people can't accidentally fall in and fall to their death down on the mantle. So this is Domkrat's house, one I made for him. And he's done some really nice chiseled stuff in there. And this is something I want to bring over as well. I think I'll make some nice little houses for the other Rustifarians on the server, where they can come into my base and actually decorate their own interiors. I really quite like that idea. And then using stuff like this, like a steel crate or steel cart to actually hold all of my steel ingots and stuff. I really like this. And again, this was chiselled by Domkrats, who helped me with some of this. And then we've got stuff like this tiny little blacksmith forge here, which I absolutely love. This is one of my favourite builds. It's one of the places I spend so much time while I'm on this server. And then even stuff like using meteoric iron as a decorated block in the floor here. And then up here, I think there's some more meteoric iron, some swavite, some meteoric iron, more of it there. And then this is our windmill here. And some more meteoric iron in the centre there. But out of all of the building ideas which I have in this place, the one that I would quite like to carry over to the Rusty Gears server is this one, my storehouse or my storage room. This is massive. It's only going to get bigger as well. If I take you inside, this is the first floor, and we have all of the different stones all the way around the wall here, and all the way around this side. And in it we have the bricks, all the cobblestone, all the polished, the rocks, the stones, the sand, and the gravel. And this is the same all the way around for all of the different stone types. Now, because we are running modded, we do have some different variations of this, so 12 wouldn't actually do it. We would need more. than just the 12. I think we'd need an extra 3. So it would mean not doing it in this style, but working out some other way of doing it. And of course, this was my wood wall before all the new different types of wood came in. So we're going to have to work out something new for that as well. Now, because I've filled up a lot of this storage room already, I've actually expanded it underground as well. So we've got down here is another huge, great big storage room, which isn't actually used yet, but is planned to be used in the future. And then down here as well, we have got another room, which I'm only just starting to build here, which is going to be for like a trophy room. Now, I don't want to make a carbon copy of this on the Rusty Gears server, but this is the kind of thing which I do want to make. It's something really quite deep underground, but starts off on the surface and then just extends further and further than you'd ever think it would do. And then up here on the top as well, we've got these tiny little room on the top. And here we've got our chiseling room. So this is where I've got all of my different chisel stuff. So let me know down in the comments, what kind of styles would you want me to build a big storage room like this in? Now, it could be anything. I'm willing to have as many different ideas on the table as I possibly can. And then I will work through them all, have a look at pictures of them all. Send me some links to different websites and stuff that you think would be good for inspiration. One thing I haven't even mentioned is the textures on the floor, the feathered textures all over the floor. And we have chert gravel, claystone gravel, conglomerate gravel, muddy gravel, limestone gravel. We've got these dark mud bricks and the dark mud brick slabs, as well as a lot of the stone paths as well. Now this again is something which I really do want to bring in. I love this texturing of it, and I think it's something which is missing from Vintage Story, which hasn't really been brought across by many different builders within, from Minecraft into Vintage Story by many different builders, is this kind of texturing along the paths. A lot of people think because these stone paths are much quicker to run on, you have to have these all over the place. But one of the things I've said in the past with this kind of build is this is the kind of build I don't want people just to sprint through. I want to slow people down here. I want them to stop and to look around and to see all of this stuff around the edges and to spend some time looking around. I don't want them just to sprint through my base just to get from place to place. So I think that is it from the Oripuri server for now. This gives you a really nice overview about the kind of things we're looking at doing in the future. Not necessarily the building styles which you see here, but a lot of inspiration taken from this. So we've done a lot of talking and theoretics in this episode so far, so I want to have a little bit of fun for the end of the episode here. I've been scouting around the area, grabbing up some of this copper, digging down and grabbing some, and I heard some drifters down below me, and so I dug down through, heard running water, and I found a translocator. So yeah, there were drifters walking around down here and I heard them, so I thought I would scout it all out. I thought it was a cave and it would be quite interesting to go caving, but it turned out to be a translocator instead. So I've cleared it all out and got it all ready, and on my back here I have got a go box which has got 3 temporal gears and 2 metal parts and also some stuff to help us along the way. So let's have a look what is going to be through this. There we go, warping space time. We'll grab out all of this as well. We'll have those on our hotbar. We want some blocks on our hotbar. And essentially what I want to do when we go through is just block off the immediate area, make sure it's safe, and then dig straight up. And then once we are safe, we can actually work out where we are and what we're doing. So let's go. Okay, we are in... Oh, that's not good. You're in rock. this is not good at all. Oh, wow. It hasn't made a portal on the other side. Why hasn't it made a translocator? Okay. Oh no. We have a bugged translocator. Okay. I'm going to dig this out in a 3x3. This block here is where the translocator is supposed to be. Luckily, we're on level 102, so it's not too bad to come up. We're just going to come up on this one here. It means that we're very safe, but it means we've got no way back. And we're going to have to actually start walking back, basically. Let's head up and out. And then at least we can see where we are. So we've got shale, we've got bauxite, and we've got some sandstone. And so we are now above the sea level. Sea level is 110. So we'll come up to, say, 120 and then start digging sideways. I can hear... Oh, there we go. I can hear rifts above us. But it's daytime, so I shouldn't worry too much. There is the ground. Oops, wrong one. So we do have a rift. Now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to talk to Jay, who's the admin, and see if we can just place we'll probably actually have to do it with teleporters rather than translocators. We'll place something down here where it should be to make sure that there is a link between them. So I'll put that out of the ground here. We've got video evidence, but it is like properly bugged. So that's okay. But I wanted to have a look around this area and see what it's like. To see whether it's a good place to put our industrial district or not. So I think we're fairly safe up here for now. Let's have a look on the map. Where are we compared? We are all the way southwest. And we are just a bit below my furthest reach here with the furniture trader. So this is where I've been before. This was actually a really nice place where I was thinking about a base before. So yeah, we are southwest. Okay, let's have a look around. So we've got a nice little lake down here. If we can find a way down safely. Now, I still haven't died this season, so I'm going to take it fairly safely, as much as I can do. So this lake here is quite nice. I think what I'll do is I'll head over to this area here and see. Now, can we see any traders around here? So there is a trader just south of us. So I'm going to head back up and head over to that trader. If we can find a way back up. There we go. We'll head down here. And just below the actual translocator, where the translocator should be, we have a trader. So what kind of trades do you have? You are clothing trader. Okay. Probably one of the least useful. There's nothing really I want there at all. So yeah, let me have a scout around and we'll see if there's anything interesting around here. So it's coming up to dark and I'm heading back over to the east here. I found another trader, so we'll see what you are. We might spend the night here. You are a treasure hunter. That's good, actually. Treasure hunter is very good. Because there is some stuff here which we can get. Not now, we haven't got any gears with us, but you will be very good for the future. And so long as we can get back out here, we should be okay. Just have a look where we are. This is quite a nice big open plain here. It's not too far away from the translocator either. This area all over here is horrible. It's really, really treacherous and like nasty terrain now. But as soon as you get out onto this kind of plateau here, it's not too bad. You can see down here we've got probably what, sandstone, sandstone desert. Probably quite easy to find some meteors in here. We also have a village over here as well. Let's go and scout that out. So here we are at the village. Got a cracked ore vessel. Grab this. Definitely going to grab the bony soil. We'll see underground here just if there's anything else. Not under this one. Oh, yes there is. We jumped straight into it. Okay. Right, we've got cracked vessel forage. And a cracked vessel forage. Now we do have a 5% chance of actually getting those as the entities themselves. But we didn't get them that time. There we go. Back out. So that's building 1 investigated. Now this one here, got some more bony soil. My recommendation is to grab this bony soil as much as you can. Some for decoration, some for panning. An ore vessel. I'm hoping to get some of these as their entities because they are good for selling to traders. And we actually got that one. We did get a forage one there. Good. Let's see in this one, is there anything down here? There's another chair, another storage vessel. Oh, this is actually a proper storage vessel. Okay. That might come in useful. It doesn't look like there's anything else. Oh no, there is. There's a cracked vessel here. And we actually got that one as well. Wonderful. So let's put that there. Let's get our box down. That goes into there. We've got 2 forage vessels now. Trying to put this back on my back. There we go. And now I'm back out up here. So now this building, we've got an ore vessel. Ooh, we didn't get that one. It'd be nice to get some more vessels, but they sell quite well. And then we'll break down in the centre here. We have a cracked forage vessel. And we actually got that one again. And then we didn't get that one. Okay. And then the final one is really buried here. We have a forage vessel here. And that actually gave it us again. Wow, we got 4 forage vessels. That's really, really cool. And then we've got some bony soil here. Lots of bony soil. Good. And we have another forage vessel. And we have an actual storage vessel. Again, with nothing in it. But I'm afraid I now have the very long walk home. You see where we are over here. And we have got to get at least over to here before we can actually start getting back into familiar territory. And from there, it's not actually too bad to get back up to here. So we're about halfway back to where I recognise. But yeah, it's going to be quite a while to get back there. I hope I've got enough food. I'm going to do that between episodes, and I think next episode we will either use here or somewhere else, I don't know, and we'll start setting up some of the infrastructure that we need for an industrial district. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.